Que lo que mi gente, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into the rich and flavorful world of Dominican cuisine. Get ready to tantalize your taste buds and learn about the fascinating history and culture behind these mouth-watering dishes. The culinary landscape of the DR is a delightful blend of indigenous Taino, Spanish, African, and Middle Eastern flavors. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button. Okay, let's start with one of the most popular dishes in the DR, MANGÚ. What is the origin of MANGÚ? According to Wikipedia, boiled mashed plantain can be traced back to Africans in the Congo region. The word MANGÚ comes from this West African word mangusi, which refers to any mashed vegetable from the earth. MANGÚ is normally served with los tres golpes, the three hits, which is the slang name given by Dominicans consisting of fried salami, fried cheese, and fried eggs. Don't forget the onions. You know that it's not a three golpes, but it has to be there. Green plantains can be replaced with ripe plantains, green bananas, or squash. The squash version is known as mazamorra. I love that. A popular tale exists in which this dish was served to American soldiers during the American occupation of the country in the early 20th century, and that one of the dining soldiers exclaimed, "Man, good." But there's no evidence supporting this theory. Alright, let's go to number 2. Arroz, habichuela y carne, typically called la bandera dominicana by Dominicans, is our traditional lunch consisting of rice, beans, and meat. It's near and dear to our hearts. You ask any Dominican what they grew up eating, and I'm sure they tell you arroz, habichuela y carne. No kidding, we'll probably have this about 4 or 5 times a week. The dish named La Bandera Dominicana comes from the similarities of the Dominican flag. The beans represent the red, the rice represents the white, and the meat, with a little bit of imagination, represents the blue. These are the 3 main components of the dish, but we always serve it with some kind of salad. Traditionally, the salad is made with cabbage and tomatoes, and let's not forget the avocado or the tostones. While this may not seem like, something only made for Dominicans, the dish is something that we all live by and that is part of the Dominican culture. Number 3, where there are 2 or more Dominicans, a party can suddenly break out. It is on that kind of occasion that it is indispensable that someone knows how to cook Sancocho Dominicano, our beloved national stew. Sancocho's main ingredients are meat, vegetables, and tubers. The meat usually includes pork, beef, chicken, and the carbs popular choices are yuca, potatoes, carrot, corn on the cob, winter squash, and green plantain. An upgrade to the regular sancocho, normally done at big parties, is Sancocho de las Siete Carnes, the 7 meat sancocho. Number 4, tostones. It's just another Dominican food that we share with other Latin American countries, but it holds a special place on the Dominican table. Tostones are made from green plantain and served as a side dish to meat and fish, or as a part of a larger meal. I have yet to encounter one Dominican who doesn't love tostones, and if you try them, you'll see why. We eat tostones the same way French fries are served in countries where potatoes are preferred, and they can be found in fancy restaurants or as street food. There's nothing like crispy tostones sprinkled with salt and dipped into our tasting mayo ketchup sauce. Did you know that tostones are also known as frito verdes, fried greens, in the Dominican Republic. Number 5, KIPES. This is basically a Dominican fritter made from fried wheat dough stuffed with ground beef. They are a Dominicanized version of the Lebanese kibbeh, but we use beef instead of lamb and omit spices like mint and cumin. Kippes are a classic appetizer that originated with Middle Eastern immigrants in the 18th century. In the 19th century, the Dominican Republic had an influx of Lebanese, Turkish, and Middle Eastern immigrants. With their arrival came many dishes that are now considered to be part of the Dominican cuisine. While growing up and until today, kippes are a must at any family holiday celebrations. Let's move on to the dessert. Number 6, Bizcocho Dominicano or Dominican cake. It is possibly one of our most popular desserts. It is the center of any Dominican celebrations from weddings to birthdays. This is just not any cake. It's buttery, airy texture combined with the traditional pineapple filling and flavor with vanilla and orange juice. This will test your baking skills. But if you get it right, you'll ask yourself how you lived without it this far. Each town has one or more maestros pasteleros, master bakers, and each will have fans who prefer their particular cake style. Did you know that traditional merengue icing, not to be confused with merengue, our national music, that is used in Dominican cake is called suspiro, which means sigh in Spanish. Number 7, orange or china as we call it and milk are not normally ingredients that are usually combined in drinks. But this delicious and nutritious beverage that combines evaporated milk and orange juice has a very poetic name, morir soñando, to die dreaming, and is uniquely Dominican and by far one of our most popular drinks. It is served as a refreshment, a snack, or with a sandwich and a light meal. Did you know the trick to stopping the milk from curdling when mixed with any citrus juice is to keep it ice cold? Number 8, habichuelas con dulce. It's a Dominican dessert made with beans, milk, coconut milk, sweet potatoes, batata, raisins, and spices. The result is a soup-like sweet creamy dessert that is served with an iconic galletas de leches, those little cookies, and toasted cassave. It's especially popular around Easter holidays. Number 9, MAMAJUANA. It's a spiced alcoholic beverage that originated in the DR. It's made by infusing a mixture of rum, red wine, and honey with tree bark and herbs. I like to add cinnamon and clove to mine. The drink is a deep red color and it has a taste similar to port wine. MAMAJUANA is often called Dominican sangria and is traditionally made at home, with each family having their own recipe and passing it down through generations. MAMAJUANA is a sweet yet fiery concoction that can be enjoyed neat, at room temperature, or as a shot. It has an alcohol content of around 30%. MAMAJUANA contains many benefits, including being a health tonic and an aphrodisiac, and it all depends on what kind of roots are inside the concoction. Number 10. If you happen to be in the inner city of Santo Domingo and you pass by a street food stand, take my advice and ask for a CHIMI. The classical Dominican burger symbolizes the 90s scene and is still highly demanded in the fast food market. This after-party charger is the #1 choice for night revelers partying all night long. It's affordable and flavorsome. The chimichurri separates itself from the regular burger in 2 ways. First, the bread is a Dominican bun called pan de agua. Second, instead of lettuce, The CHIMI adds shredded cabbage for volume and texture. Which of this Dominican food is your favorite? Have you had all of them? Leave me a comment. So there you have it. From bustling city streets to family gatherings, each dish serves as a testament to the rich tapestry of flavors that unite us all in the love of good food and shared experiences. Until next time, buen provecho, and may your culinary adventures be as vibrant as the flavors of the Dominican Republic. Don't forget to subscribe. Your Dominican Realtor, Nelson Polanco.